Why is attention the biggest asset? Here's a reality check. Your biggest problem isn't that you don't have enough time, it's that your focus is all over the place. Think about it. An entire day goes by, but at the end you wonder, what did I actually get done today? You were busy, but not productive. You worked, but not on the urgent stuff. That difference is what can either build your life or break it. Focus on what really matters. This one mistake is where it all falls apart. The real issue isn't time management, it's attention management. Here's a simple truth for you. Your life moves in the direction where your attention goes. If your attention is on distractions, your life will be all over the place. If you focus on comparing yourself to others, you'll end up feeling dissatisfied. If your attention is stuck on fear, you'll be hesitant in life. The point is clear. You become what you focus on. But do you know what the problem is? You don't actually decide where your focus goes. Your phone decides, notifications decide, other people decide, and you just go along with it. Just go with the flow. But here's a question. If you can't control your own attention, how can you control your own life? That's where the problem starts. You tell yourself you'll just scroll for a bit, but that bit slowly turns into hours. You think you'll watch just one video, and then it turns into a chain of one after another. Your brain is now trained to grab easy dopamine hits. It's trained to avoid hard work. Think about it. What feels good instantly often ends up holding you back in the long run. And what's hard right now? I know that's what pushes you forward. But what does your brain choose? Easy, fast, instant. And that's exactly what keeps you average. Now understand something deeper. You don't have unlimited energy. Every day you only have a limited amount of focus. And what are you doing with it? You're wasting it on random stuff, like watching someone else's story, comparing your life with theirs, scrolling for no reason. Then when it's time to work, you say you don't feel like it. That's because by then you've already drained your mental energy. Now imagine if you woke up in the morning with your focus fully intact. Just take care of 2 or 3 urgent tasks. No phone, no distractions, no comparisons. What will happen then? You'll do less, but you'll do the right stuff. And that's what will change your life. Another harmful habit is thinking everything is urgent. Every message seems urgent, every notification feels pressing, every task feels like it has to be done right now. But the truth is, not everything is urgent. Some things are just noise, and you can't tell the difference between noise and signals. That's what messes up your focus. Now here's a powerful shift. From today, before doing any task, ask yourself, is this really necessary or am I just looking busy? That one question will cut your distractions in half. The truth is, you don't need to work more, you need to work smarter. Here's another truth. You think multitasking makes you look smart, but science says otherwise. Multitasking breaks your focus and lowers your productivity. In other words, you're not doing any one thing well, you're just leaving a bunch of tasks unfinished, and in the end you get frustrated. Now imagine if you focused on just one task at a time. What do you think would happen? You'll finish quickly, do well, and feel satisfied. That's what deep work is, and that's a rare skill these days, because almost everyone's distracted. The ones who stay focused are the ones moving ahead. Now understand this, you don't need to outdo the whole world. You just need to beat your own distractions. And once you do that, nothing can stop your growth. But here's the thing most people don't get. You might think you just need to focus more, but the truth is, before you can boost your focus, you've got to get rid of the distractions first, because focus alone won't. It's not about superpowers. Focus happens when the noise around you quiets down. Now be honest with yourself. How many times do you check your phone while working? How often do you unlock your screen for no reason? How many times do you break your own attention? And then you say, my focus is weak. No, your environment is weak. You're working in a place designed to distract you. Notifications, social media, random thoughts, and you expect to go into deep focus. That's just not going to happen. Here's a simple rule. Whatever breaks your focus, cut it out. Start by putting things away. Don't just silence your phone during work. Keep it out of reach. Don't just turn off notifications, uninstall unnecessary apps. Change doesn't come from willpower. It comes from the system you set up. Here's another deep truth. Your mind can't just sit empty. If you don't give it direction, it'll find distractions on its own. So focusing isn't just about saying no. Focusing means saying yes to one thing. Now think about it. You want to get a little better at everything. A bit of skill here, some knowledge there, a little interest over there. But the result? Nothing solid. That's because you never really dive deep. And nowadays, what really sets you apart is having depth. People who dive deep into something stand out and move ahead, while everyone else just stays average noise. Now ask yourself, do you want depth or distraction? Because you can't have both at the same time. Here's another problem. You get bored easily. As soon as things get a bit tough, you start looking for something easy. But that's exactly where you lose. Real growth always starts after the boredom kicks in. When you feel uncomfortable, when you're struggling, when your mind wants to run away but you stay put. That's when you level up. Things change. But what do? As soon as you get bored, you pick up your phone. You distract yourself again. And then you just stay stuck there. Now imagine if you broke that habit. If you held yourself back even in those boring moments, what would happen? You'd slowly become like a train, ready for deep work, long focus, real growth. Here's another powerful truth. Every morning you wake up, but you don't have a clear idea of what you really need to do.
So naturally, you end up wasting time on random stuff. If you create a clear priority focus, if you know that only these 2 tasks are truly important today, your mind will focus on them. But if everything feels urgent, then nothing really is. Here's a rule. Pick just 2 or 3 tasks each day that will actually move your life forward. The rest, optional. It sounds simple, but this is what makes the biggest difference. Slowly, you'll realize that focus isn't some magic trick. It's a lifestyle, a decision you have to make every day. And the day you start taking this decision seriously, your direction will become clear. And when your direction,
It comes from within. When you ask yourself, if I only had 1 year left, what would I focus on? If I had to learn just one skill, what would it be? If I had to give up everything and do only one thing, what would that be? These questions aren't easy, but these are the ones that give you direction. Another big mistake is chasing results, money, success, recognition, but ignoring the process. And that's why it feels like you're stuck. Results aren't always under your control, but the process is. If you follow the right process every day, the results will come. But if you keep stressing just about the results, all you will get is frustration. It's time to shift your focus from the results to the process starting now. Are you putting in 2 hours of deep work daily? Are you avoiding distractions? Are you finishing your priority tasks? Just focus on these things. Slowly, your life will start to change on its own. Here's another hidden enemy: comparison. Every day you compare yourself to someone else, their success, their lifestyle, their progress, and your focus drifts away. You lose your own path because you jump into someone else's race. But here's the truth. Everyone's timeline is different. Everyone's path is different. If you keep focusing on others, you'll never be able to focus on yourself, and that's what stops your growth. Now imagine if you stop comparing and put all your attention into your own work. What do you think will happen? You'll grow faster, stay stable, and feel satisfied because now you're running your own race. Here's something deep. Your mind is always thinking about something, past, future, and if you get lost in that, you lose yourself. But real power is in the present, when you do something with full awareness. That's when your efficiency shoots up. You think better, perform better, but what do? You think about the future while working and about the past while resting, and in both, you lose the present moment. Here's a rule. When you're working, just work. When you're resting, rest fully without guilt. This balance boosts your focus many times over. Now the picture's getting clearer. Focus isn't just a skill, it's a discipline, a habit, an identity. And the day you accept yourself as a focused person, your decisions will change from that day on. Automatic distractions will go away. You'll start taking your priorities seriously. You won't waste time anymore because now you've become a different person. And that's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. But here's the last layer you need to understand. It's the most powerful and also the most ignored. You want to focus, but inside you don't have clarity about why you're doing all this. You work, but you don't feel connected from within. And when there's no connection, there's no consistency. That's why you stay motivated for a while, then slowly fall back into old habits. Go away. Because you don't have a strong why. Now here's a question. Why are you doing what you're doing? Is it for money, respect, freedom, or just because everyone else is doing it? If your why is weak, your focus will be weak too. But if your why is clear, distractions naturally fade away. That's because you know what you can't afford to lose. Now imagine you have a clear goal and you know getting distracted will pull you away from it. Would you just waste time easily? No, because every distraction would feel costly to you. It's all about awareness. It's what strengthens your focus. Here's another deep truth. You don't have to give up everything. You just need to switch your priorities. You can still enjoy yourself, use social media, hang out with friends. But the difference now is that none of this controls your life. You control it. That's balance. One more mistake people make is thinking, I'll focus when I feel like it. But what's the reality? Your mood is never steady. If you work based on how you feel, you'll never be consistent. So starting today, don't rely on motivation. Follow the system. Whether you feel like it or not, just do your work, because discipline does what motivation can't. Gradually, your mind will start to realize this is serious, not just fun. That's when resistance begins to fade. That's a powerful shift. Up until now, you thought you had to avoid distractions, but now understand you need to be stronger than distractions, because they'll always be there. That's just how the world works. The difference is, some people become slaves to distractions, while others stay focused despite them. Now imagine that. You've become the kind of person who can work even in a mess. Stay clear-headed amid all the noise. Stay steady under pressure. So who's gonna stop you? No one, because now your control is not outside, it's inside. And that's the ultimate power. Now, one last realization. You don't have to do everything. You just need to keep doing the right things consistently. Small actions every day will slowly take you where you want to go. And then one day, you look back and realize you've changed so much without even noticing. That's real growth, quiet growth.
Steady is powerful. And right now, you are at a point where you just need to make one decision. Will you stay the same, or will you start living with focus? The truth is, your life won't change overnight. No single day, no motivation, no video will suddenly transform you. But one decision and your small daily habits will slowly turn you into a completely different person. So listen carefully. You don't need to change your whole world. You just need to decide where your attention goes. Because where your attention goes, so does your energy. That's where the energy goes. And wherever the energy goes, that's where growth happens. Focus on what matters. This one line keeps reminding me that life isn't complicated. We are the ones who make it complicated. When we get involved in everything, listen to every noise, accept every distraction. But the moment you start choosing what to ignore, what to avoid, and what's truly important, that's when your life starts getting easier. Now imagine a life where you wake up in the morning knowing exactly what you have to do. No confusion, no unnecessary stress. Just focus fully on your own work. And at the end of the day, you feel satisfied that you did your job right today. That feeling is the biggest victory. Now, if these words just sound nice to you, then it ends here. But if they stir something inside you, then start small from today. But seriously start. Cut down one distraction. Finish one important task. Make one clear decision. Just that much. And from here, your transformation will begin. Now, if the essence of this book if you find this helpful, you can subscribe to the Book Burst channel. Also drop a comment about the one thing you're going to focus on starting today. Because clarity comes from writing things down. And once you have clarity, taking action becomes way easier. Subscribe to the channel and stay with us.